Hello, comrades, and welcome to another episode of Transport Fever. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. I really wish... Oh, there's a help button. Okay. I wish I could go down to person view level. I don't think I can, but I wish I could, because this is a cool view. Actually, can I get, Oh, no. What the heck? Where am I? I am this person's out-of-body experience. I also just got an achievement to have $1 million, without debt. So, that's good. Where's that person going? Oh shoot, and there's a goods factory closing. Destination, industrial building. Oh, she's going to work. Okay, I see. Probably in one of these buildings right here. Let's take a look at Plano before we start doing anything. I don't have anything, like, super important on the docket today, but what I would like to do in the near future is set up our freight train down to here. We could also continue our passenger train over here to Montgomery. I want to build the station over here, but that means I have to build across this river, which is probably going to cost... That's actually less than I expected. Okay, so if I do that, then we get it up high enough that it's not a problem. So that's good, I guess. Actually, I should look at... Let's look at the topography. Okay, this is pretty much all dead flat. There's no major slope leading down to the river. So that is pretty much what we're going to have to do. This, yeah, this town here has got a reasonable connection to this one over here. So there's already people that are going through here. Oh, this is the goods factory that's going away. Everything's moving out, away from where we are. What a shame. Excuse me. This is something that I wanted to set up. But of course we don't have steel. I think we can make steel if we manage to get this working. I would love to set this up, but I don't know. Okay, we've got $5 million. Let's repay the rest of our loan. Now we don't have to worry about that. What about this? What about this? How difficult is it to get from one side to the other? Let's see, if we follow this contour line, this right here is at 156 meters above, or 150 or so. It gets up to 180, 190 to get over there, and then this is up at 150, 160. So if we were to put a train station over here, for example, we would need to climb a little bit, not a crazy amount, to squeeze through this area. And then down the other side, and then this would be sort of the steep side, right? I don't know if that's... This might be something we can handle. This takes 2 of each and makes 1 steel. And then we would have to bring steel all the way down to here, which means bolstering this line quite significantly. Right now we've only got a single track tunnel. And of course, it's tough for these trains heading out of here. It's a pretty steep uphill. And we'd probably actually just sort of cut across this way so that we don't go through the station and then hook a left. We'd go around the outside, But this, my idea was to extend this line here that we're currently using for bricks. Maybe we finish double tracking this. Let's see. The only part that isn't double tracked, aside from the tunnel, is right here. And we already had 2 buildings move in. I don't even know if we can do this. Well, we can. We have money. We have the money to do it. Yeah, we just need to demolish some buildings. And it's honestly pretty inexpensive all told. Delete that, delete that. Delete this. I know, it's not happy. I remember in Transport Fever, there was a strat to sort of wait till stuff was under construction and then buy it, because it would be far less expensive. And I wonder if that is at all still a thing. Oh god, there goes that building. It just fell over. It got tired. Okay, so that, and then we're gonna have another crossover over here. I actually probably want that further back. Let's keep a minimum of 60 kph for that. And then this. Let's put down our signal before I forget, I guess. And then we will demolish this and add track there. So now that's all double track. Everything's double track except for the tunnel. We'll see how much of a detriment that is. If we could add a second freight train, then maybe we could get away with this. And in fact, I should add a pair of signals here. How much would it be to double track this tunnel? It's not a very serious tunnel. That's 200 grand, that's it, we're doing it. If we are... That's interesting. Can I see the top of the tunnel in the road? That's not normal. Let's add our crossover. Easy. Alright, so... Oh, I should also add a crossover down here. Like that. Yeah. Okay. And I didn't put a signal there, I was just thinking about it. Okay. So. There we go. We now have double track almost all the way through here. Oh, and you know what? It shouldn't be that much to demo this building either. 100 grand. That's pretty cheap. We're going to delete that depot, and that, and that. And we're going to start playing the game how it's meant to be played, right? Like, Transport Fever 2, and all, like, the entire series, not as much as some other games, but certainly more than real life, really encourages you to go absolutely gangbusters with the amount of tracks you have. They want you to be building grade-separated intersections. They want you to be building double track everywhere, you know, to start with. They want a high frequency of trains because they want it to be busy. They want it to provide a challenge. There isn't really that much of a challenge there isn't really that much of a challenge in building a single track line that sees one train in each direction, you know, per day or per game month or whatever, you know? We're going to call this Lexington Bricks 1. Because this is now going to feed more than just Plano. It is also going to feed Irving. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, now what I want to do is I want to go into this depot. And I want to go to here, and I want to say clone equals... Oh, not enough money? Important note, not enough money. There we go. And now we should have more bricks on the move. Thankfully, everything goes pretty much the same speed through here, so it shouldn't be a problem. We might end up needing to upgrade our delivery of stone. I don't really know how we're gonna... I mean, I guess we can probably put a third train on that line. I'm just worried about capacity. Alright, so this has absolutely no problems with getting the bricks into Lexington. How about Rockford? Rockford is 43 out of 52. If I take a look at the goods there, it seems like most... I don't care. It seems like most everything is getting what it needs to get. There might be a need for, like, a distribution hub at some point. Also, our bus is making money. If we look at that. If we look at the overview of the line. Okay, well, we're not totally making money, but we have made money in the past. It's not a total hole in the ground that we're shoveling cash into, is what I'm trying to say. So, with any luck, we will deliver... Oh, you know what? I'm realizing this doesn't really cover much of the industrial area of this town. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not good. I'm really going to have to install some sort of distribution system. Maybe for now it'll just get part of it, you know? So there's that train. And we seem to be decently managing capacity and flow and everything. This is doing okay. I mean, we have an absolute ton of bricks waiting for Lexington Bricks train. Which is good. Is very good. I don't want to burden these locomotives more, which is why I... Oh, shoot. Alright, let's just put it on 2 times date speed then, because I thought I had set it back to 1. I was literally about to say, that's why I am letting the date move, but of course it has not moved since the beginning of the video 10 minutes ago. Oops. And you're gonna wait. That's okay. Yeah, no, adding a third train is ridiculous. Definitely possible, but also just kind of ridiculous. I do want to see... how much this thing makes when it gets to the end, and then how much does it make... Oh. Okay. Nah, that's fine. Don't care about that one. Wait, where are we? Does it keep any on? You know, that's my question. Does it actually keep any of the bricks on for the next town, or does it just run empty because this town needs them more than anything else? And it's not, you know, it's getting 16 out of 106. It very deeply needs all of them. Okay, no. If I can turn it around, just go back the other way. Yep, bye. You've got nothing on you. See, this is why conditional order jumps are good. Oh, and I should add, because if I open the line manager, it does that. Oh, wait, no, sorry, they're crossing over. Never mind. watch the flood of people. That's always nice. They're gonna pop out of thin air right there. Some of them are... Oh no, it looked like some of them were getting on to go the other direction. Some of them are gonna go over here. A couple of them are gonna walking out that way. But we seem to have everything under control in terms of overcrowding. That's one of the things that I'm worried about the most. Oh, and you're taking, what, 3 bricks down? 2 bricks down? That's better than nothing. That's actually quite good. Plan a distributor. Uh-oh, some cargo items are lost because the station's overloaded. So I need to add... Where am I going to add this? Right there? Can't add it on that side, that's for sure. Hopefully that will be enough, but of course I can add more if need be. Also, we've got good money. It's not sort of more money than we know what to do with, but it's pretty good money. I should try out something. Which I think is going to be running this sawmill with trucks. The other thing I could, of course, try out is I could try setting up that steamship route that I talked about early on. Geez, this thing is more expensive than I figured it might have been. And then I also want to put a thing right there. Okay. And that is not the kind of depot that I want to have. So let's grab... Let's actually put let's put the depot over here because we might end up using it for other things. So road depot. And then we're going to create a new line, which is going to run from here to here to here, and then back over there. Oh, and maybe I should name the line Wood Line 1. Why not? Make it descriptive. Horse-drawn carriage. Let's go for 10 of them. And then we're going to set these to Wood Line 1. Chop the wood line, like we're in Age of Empires. These are going to run through the middle of town, which I kind of do not want. How about I add a little side street over here? Oh, there's something. We got a new streetcar. We got a new locomotive. Set the date speed back to 1. That's going to help us out a lot. I'm going to immediately swap our brick trains over to that. Okay, so the Wood Line 1 is already using that that route. That's good. Okay, so... what is our shortest station? I think it's this. Is this 160? Or is it 120? I think the easiest way to find out is to use the configure button. 1, 2, 3. It's 120. So that's actually less than ideal, because I would like to have more space than that. Although I could overflow it a little bit. This station platform over here is 160, the one that we are actually using for this. So why not just jump right into it and say, you... oh, no, not you. You... Lexington Bricks, manage line, or sorry, manage vehicles. It's kind of interesting that those are two different, so disparate tabs that they are. What is on my, what did I get on my hand? And we're going to check both of these, and we're going to say, let's see, edit selected vehicles. Delete those. Add. Mediocre. And then add, add, add. And it's still mediocre. Total length of the train is 128. 77 capacity. I mean, what is the difference? Let's look. So 130 versus 284, 40 versus 70 in terms of power and tractive effort. It also goes significantly faster. So I think we could almost double the length of the trains. The only problem is that issue right there. And of course, now we can't afford it. Come on. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Now the window's gone. Okay, if I do that, it comes back. Borrow another $500,000. And then back to here. Modify. Okay. So now we've got consolidations, which somehow go faster than the Americans, but we're not going to question that. Hopefully they make good money. Let's drop this down to quarter speed again. Because we're in a new paradigm now. We're in the era of the consolidation. So this goes 50, I assume because the vehicle, like the whole train's limited to 50. Whoops. I mean, if I go and look in the depot for vehicles, yeah, these are limited to 50, and I can't do anything about that. They're all only limited to 50. So it's solely the greater power that we need out of these trains, and not the higher top speed. Let's see what this ends up looking like cash-wise and also distribution-wise. And just what else we meet along the way. And compared to the way things were before, we are flying. Oh, we're stuck behind the passenger train. Oh, now we gotta get this thing started. There's our counterpart. Because that train's over there. Oh, we should probably add... Let's add a second signal on this stretch so that that doesn't happen again. Because that's not great. We don't need that to happen. Any place I'm cool with a train stopping. Oh, and we are... Yep. We've got 84 bricks on board. This should make us a real chunk of change. 84 units of bricks, 84... whatever. However much it's supposed to be. I really don't know how they determined that. Hello, goodbye. Cross over. Look at all those expenses rising from the ground. And yeah, you stick out a little bit, but that's not really a problem. And then you keep 6 bricks on you. Is Plano shooting up again? No, the number of residents is going down, apparently. It's shrinking. I wonder why. We must have hit the limit. Rockford Coal Mine number 2. But Plano still seems like it doesn't look like it's shrinking to me. The charts do not show it being it decreasing at all. So, I don't know where that's coming from. And how much do we get from 6 bricks? 6 units of construction material delivered to this town, Irving. $100,000 for 6. That's pretty good. Certainly not complaining about that. So this place is going to... yeah. It's shipping less. Of course, this is not producing anything at all. And I'm going to assume that it can't do anything until I finish the rest of this supply chain, which... that's upsetting. So I can bring stuff over here as much as I want, but I can't bring it here because it can't run the process at all. Which means that we have to figure this out, which, now that we have consolidations, probably okay. For now, I'm going to build a cargo station. The 2-track cargo station is awfully wide. Terminal cargo station. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's take a think about this for a minute, because... damn. Let's also make it 160, because go big or go home, right? And that's $500,000 to build this station. That's a lot of money. If I open up contour lines, yeah, the train condition is very bad. Oh well. Sucks to be that train, I guess. It's funny, because if I put it up here, it gets a lot cheaper. I just have to clear out that, just to clear out that landscape. That's my problem with half of these. It's, you know, does it even make sense for me to try to build this up here? Let me get my money back. Let me get most of my money back. Because I need to think twice about this. I don't know if I should be building it up there. Is there another steel mill somewhere? If that's not literally the only one, then maybe we should build it somewhere else. It might be the only one. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this for a minute. Suppliers. No, there are at least 2. There's this one way up there. Okay, there are 3. There's this one over here, which is pretty far afield. There's this one over here, which we're kind of, yeah, like, coming this way is something we should do anyway. And then there's this one. Oh, that's right next to that one. So, what should we do, then? Because part of me wants to say, oh yeah, we should just use the one up here. But it doesn't really make sense to try to pipe everything through that. I think it would be easier and smarter for us to do this. And then we can also, you know, food processing plant. We can also make use of the food processing plant. I think... I really don't want to be super obnoxious with this road, but I want to connect these 2 things via road. Also, like, why is this... why doesn't it... ah, wait. No. No. Yeah, like that. Okay. That's the difference. Except I can't... oh! I think I get it now. That. that's connected. Now, I would be surprised if I could put a station and hit both of these. But maybe I can if I use both ends of a station. This deserves some experimenting. So if we take a cargo terminal station like this, right, and it's going to cost us $500,000 to build, so maybe I should not build it right away. But let's see. I don't. If I were to build that, and I'm going to keep the game paused in the hopes that I get some of my money back, because it's a lot of money. And I add a side entrance there. Did I add it? Yeah, okay, side entrance there. Then I go back out of here and I add the roads that need to connect to it, like from here. So that's obviously going to connect to that. But if I connect this as well, do I also get that? Almost. Like, genuinely almost. We are close. And I wonder if I add another building, if that helps. Like, if I configure this, if I add a cargo building down here, does that help? No. Does it move the needle at all? No. More importantly, I guess the thing I should be asking is, if I get rid of this, does it move the needle at all? Because I need to know if it's measured from the edge of the station or if it's measured from, like, the original head house. I don't... Oh, it is measured from the edge of the station. Okay. So if I made God's longest station, maybe I could actually make this work. I could have a station that connects to both of these places at once. They're almost close enough to do it. Oh, and I got some of my money back. I guess it didn't matter that it wasn't paused. I'm shaking my head because I feel like I could make it work if I really tried and I really made a really long station building. Like, just out of curiosity, what is the longest station we can make? 320 meters. That almost connects. That almost connects all of this. Like, from end to end. Seriously. Because if I put it there, right, it easily connects it. I mean, I can't get too much further away. But as long as I connect it, like, over there... Yeah. And then... as long as I connect it, like, there... I think it might actually be a little bit too far. I might be stretching it. No, because right there. How much is this giga long station? It's almost $1 million. And if I build this, I will never need to build another station in this spot. So, let's do it. Let's see if we can cheese this. Let's see if we can cheese the catchment areas. Configure. Let's add a second building. Or a second entrance, rather. Down there. And then we need to add a road that goes up to it. Let's make that a straight road for now. No. No! No, it doesn't count. It doesn't make it. Oh, damn it. Ah. Damn it. There goes 200 grand down the drain. So I needed to put it closer. I didn't want to nick the edge of it there. What if I... Alright, what if I get rid of this and just make it a dead straight line, easy as possible, between the two openings? What if I spend an absurd amount of money on this road? Why would I want it to do that? Why would I want it to be in a tunnel? It's that obnoxious that it wants it to be in a tunnel automatically. What does that say? It says this is a terrible idea. I'm trying to level this mountain. This hill. This mountain. Whatever you want to call it. It's in the way. I feel like I can do it. I feel like I must be able to do it. I don't need it to be a road. I just need it to be a station. $1.3 million. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's too far away. How far away can I make it? I can get it quite far away, though. Quite far. If I put it here... Oh, that pauses the game. Good to know. $1 million. Last chance. Last chance to make this work. Come on, it's gotta work. Come on. It's gotta work. This series has turned into Ellis messes with the station builder. The series. I need to stop. This is not healthy. Hold on a second. Yes! Alright, we got one. Tell me we can get the other one, please. Please. Is that connected? No. That is. Yes! Yes, we did it! Yes, we did it! It only took us the entire episode, but we did it. Oh my god. Okay, this is where we're gonna get steel because that's how much, because I just spent an entire episode making it happen. That... Oh man, new worst thing I've done in this game. Let's, hold on. I need to turn on the topo lines again. We just need to dodge this and we should be fine. Which I want to put a passenger station over here. So let me just sort of mark that. Like so. And make it a little bit longer. Oops, come on. No, I really don't want to make a tunnel. And I really wish I could see what the hell I was doing, but there's so many trees in the way. Somebody tell me a way to hide the tree. Somebody tell me there's a way to hide the trees. Please. What if I just... What happens if I do this? Okay, it tunnels through the mountain. Okay, it tunnels through the entire thing and costs me $1 million. Okay, well that's not what I want. How much does it cost to demolish trees? Does it cost me anything? Okay, well... At least I can eventually sort of see some of the topo lines. Now you know why people demolished all the trees in real-life railroad building. So they could see what the landscape they were building on looked like. Oh, gee. Look at that. It's not ideal. It's the big fill. Well, I guess it is what it is. It's not great, but it's something. Does it go down and then up? No. What is cursor height 30? Cursor height 47. No, we are totally carving up into this. And then we're totally whiffing and just going way high. What if I... Hello? Thank you. If I get rid of a whole bunch of this, and I say, try that again. Pretty much does the same thing, huh? What if I try it again from, like, down here? Just don't make a tunnel, okay? Cost the same. Looks a little less obnoxious. But goodness, it's not good. Now we just need to get across here. Once we get out of town this way. We'll go around there. We'll go around here. And, well, we'll get, like, to here, I guess. And then we're going to need to start going up so we can make the bridge work without it looking too crazy. Yeah, like that. I'm not used to having curved bridges. I'm not used to that being an option. Oh no, not what I wanted. Okay, so we've got options, I guess. Let's just go up a little bit. There we go. We have some areas where a boat could, in theory, go under. And now we have a connection all the way through to the steel mill, which, hooray. If we start the next episode and this thing goes away, I swear to God, I don't think I'll play this anymore. Okay, but this has 19 stored. Are these guys making money at all? Like, is this line making money? Yeah, it actually is. I feel like I should be dropping the steel off here. But yeah, maybe I should. Well, we've got to get the iron ore up here, which that I probably should do via road vehicle, because it'd be a little silly to do it via train. First of all, I'd have to get the train down to here. Maybe if I had a little shunter or something. But then where are we going to get coal? Oh. Maybe I can supply this with road vehicles on both sides. That might be the play. Because, like, look at it. Could I make this as a... Yeah, okay. Let's add a curve to the road, maybe. And that's going to be seriously downhill. Yeah. So we go over the top, and then we just head down. To there. And then if I connect this over the top... Nope, come on. I think if I hold shift, it won't act up. that. And then out this end. Oh shoot, there goes our money. I'm just gonna borrow money to finish this road because I want to do it now before I end the episode. Okay, and we got another horse-drawn carriage. A better horse-drawn carriage. We got a couple more. Okay, we've got some stuff to explore next time. It is kind of silly that I built a road and a railroad to here, but it's what you gotta do, I guess. Oh, that's 200 grand, though. If I go like this, and then I go like this, that's a lot less expensive. It's gonna be a little bit more troublesome, but it should work. It should work. I mean, this is a really... I mean, it's a hell of an arrangement. We'll have to set up trucks for it next time. Yeah, alright, we're gonna be making steel! I honestly should be much more jazzed about that than I am. I'm just, like the greatest moment was figuring out that I could do this station like this. And the rest of it has just kind of been frustrating, because not being able to see where the topo lines are, and honestly I should have just eyeballed it, but not being able to see where the topo lines are did make that very difficult, and I don't know if I'm missing something. If I am, feel free to sound off in the comments, and I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next week. This is the Admiral, signing off. Oops. We're just going to the left, because I moved my camera off the left side of the screen. If I do it fast, no. I'll just hit escape. That'll stop it. Bye!